What's up, guys? I am Drew with Comics Elite here again, once again, with
Kyle.
Not Kevin. Get it right, guys. So, last week we were shorted our DC books
Yeah.
on time. So, we're gonna do a quick run through of the DC books from last week. We did read them, did get them. So, we'll let you know which ones we thought were good, which ones we weren't. Blast through those, and we'll get to our Skippets and Mez because we had a lot of Skippets. Yeah, both of them. That's my skip it. That's Kyle's skip it stack. So I was a little bit more forgiving, apparently, than Kyle was.
Trying to save you guys some money here.
Yeah, and we really are. Really, we're doing this for you guys. Please consider that. We're saving you guys a lot of time and money.
Yep.
These aren't cheap anymore.
As much as Ernie hates it.
Yeah, I know. So let's get right to the books from last week from DC. So I got Batgirls number 2.
Here.
There is a good idea here. It's at the very beginning.
Yep.
And then they just drop it.
Yep.
Kyle's in agreement with me. There was a great idea at the very beginning, and then it's just dropped for like soap opera crap.
Yeah, typical.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we're back to kids.
Yeah.
Little girls, and it's like,
again, let's go back to the very beginning with this guy who's this it's like an assassin. I think. So, yeah, let's get back to this. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he's like, oh, we'll just let him go.
Go. What?
Let him go. All right. Yeah, it was. Again, we said before, this isn't for us.
Yeah.
Not knocking it because I know it's not meant for a 33-year-old man, and that's fine. But yeah, they had something and then they didn't.
No, not.
So, yeah, that was that.
Next up, Batman Urban Legends number 11.
Okay.
So there were 3 stories in this.
Yeah, I think 3. Yeah.
And I felt all 3 of these sucked.
Yes.
All 3 were terrible. Vita Ayala's was terrible.
Awful.
Mark Russell's was stupid.
Yes.
With Ace the Hound.
God.
I love Ace the Hound, but it's like, do we really need
like
to
John
see?
Wick.
I mean, it was like, well, you're seeing him as like an emotionally damaged dog. It's like,
Yeah, it's like like a dog you would see like in Iraq.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
And I was like,
or in a shelter because no one wants the dog because he's so angry.
yeah, a new Channing Tatum movie.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you had Ram V. I'm like, oh, maybe. I'm like,
No,
surely
his story was terrible.
His story sucked too, and I'm like, I like Ram V.
Yeah, I'm like, I couldn't believe I said it. I'm like, this is the first bad Ram V story I've ever read.
Yep. I was like, I cannot believe. I'm like, out of all of these, this one will at least hopefully be decent. No, it wasn't.
No,
it wasn't decent.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, this whole thing, skip it, is not worth your money at all.
Yeah.
Next up, Au revoir, the Joker.
Yeah.
Number 11.
Joker.
So, I know we've made the joke like this is actually should be called Gordon, the series, but now it's like so this should be called Barbara, the series now, because now apparently Barbara's gonna be hunting down the Joker.
Yeah, and it should be called Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah,
with Jim Gordon.
Yes, it's set up like Texas, like that old guy, who's like getting ready to eat. Like,
and I think the name of the family is the name of the family in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and a people with chainsaws and hammers that bludgeon and eat people in Texas. So it's like, this is basically Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? Yeah, it is, and it's lame.
Yes, it is. It's not as graphic or violent as fun as Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No.
Yeah.
And I think somebody is named like Hooper or something.
Yeah. Oh, yes, there is. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So it's like you get Toby Hooper literally mentioned in this. It's like
he's dead. He can't defend himself.
He can't.
No.
So yeah, this was
skip it. Yeah, it's not worth it.
No.
Once again. Next up, Detective Comics 1048.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
How should I say this? This is odd because it's very odd. Ivan Reis's art is terrific, but I'm gonna say he is wasted on this book because it's just a lot of walking and talking in the new hospital.
Yeah.
And like one page of a flashback fight scene. And that is it.
Yeah, and I wrote down, it's like, the more that's unraveling about this, the more I don't like it.
The more boring it is. The more it just like I really don't care for this.
Yeah, because I mean I was hooked that first issue.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, it's like, what the hell happens? I mean, explosions and all this stuff, and how they're infiltrating Gotham Tower, and it's like something's wrong, and it's like,
nothing's.
I don't need a procedural. It's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it really is.
It is just standing and walking around talking.
Yeah.
It's
in a flashback fight scene. That is it.
Yeah, it's like the West Wing.
but except with less fun dialogue.
Yeah, shockingly,
Quote unquote.
yeah,
Less,
quote unquote.
unquote,
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Yep.
It's unfortunate.
Next up, Titans United number 5 to 7. This I talked to Wes about this. This is one of my picks of the week. I love this. This was terrific.
Oh.
Well drawn, well paced, great action scenes. What they're doing with Connor Kent in this,
yes.
I love it. And there's a female in this. She's actually a legitimate villain. She's evil.
Yeah, and there's a good reason for it.
Yeah, terrific. Perfect. Yeah.
And I wrote down, I'm like, this is very underrated.
Absolutely.
Like, nobody's talking about this, and I don't know why, because everything about this is great.
Yes.
This is so fun, and it has no right to be.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like one of those, like, I've never been a Titans fan, and I'm like, this is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, and the art is terrific, and there's awesome splash pages, like double splash pages, and I'm like, this is great. It's so fun, and I don't know why no one's really talking about it.
I think it's because no one is gay.
Yeah.
No one's on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
That does it.
That's solid. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is great. I had a lot of fun with this.
Yes.
Thank God. But yeah, this is a solid recommend.
And the last one, speaking of solid recommends, Robin and Batman number 3. Loved it. Great conclusion. Great series. I cannot recommend this series enough. It's only 3 issues. In my opinion, I told this to Wes. I'm thinking critical. That this is a great bookend to the Batman and Robin All-Star that Frank Miller wrote. I feel like this could be a good follow-on with that if you read it, because Batman's kind of like the same way, and Robin's kind of that same way. They're both hard-edged, but then at the end of this, they open up to one another, which is great.
Like, I was reading this and I'm sitting there and I'm taking my notes, and this series and this issue is why Jeff Lemire is one of my all-time favorite writers. I mean, hands down, one of the best writers. Probably my pick for best writer right now. Hands down, my favorite writer. And this issue, I mean, it was. I mean,
he closed out the year strong. Jeff Lemire closed out the year strong.
Yeah. I mean, he's awesome, and he's one of the best Batman writers now that I can think of. And I'm just like, this guy. When he's, I'm sure there's editors when it's like, there's another Jeff Lemire story we can talk about, but like when he has editors, I think he's better. So yeah, hands down, this would have been my number 1.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I loved it.
Yep. So there you go, guys. DC from last week.
Now we're caught up.
We're caught up. So let's get to the Skippets and Mez of this week for January 18th, 2022. So let's do the Mez first, and then we'll get right to the stinkers after that. And there's quite a few stinkers.
Yeah.
Okay. First one I got is Bolero number 1. This is a meh for me.
That's a meh for you?
That is a meh for me. Yes.
Oh.
That is a meh.
All right. Well, I'm sure this will be in your top 10, but I have Primordial number 5. I know you're obsessed with this.
Is that
Weirdly enough, this was Jeff Lemire.
Yes.
Talking about it. I know you're sold on this.
Absolutely.
I'll talk about it real quick.
Okay, yes.
I just got done praising Jeff Lemire for being one of the greatest writers right now. And I think this series is one that it's like, I feel like he needs an editor. I feel like he needs somebody just to be like, okay, pull it back. Just like with Gideon Falls. It was great starting out, and then it got really weird, and then it got really, really weird, and then it doesn't make any sense. And with this, it's just kind of like, I can only find that dog adorable for so long until it's like, do something. Like, just do something.
It's not a cat, man. It's gonna be adorable and lovable. Come on.
Just do something. Here's an idea. Have a point.
No, there is a point. I have a grievance about it a little later. I'll explain why. I'll explain it.
It's a meh for me. I think I skipped it last time. I don't remember if I was skip it or not.
I think you did.
I probably did. Yeah. But it's a meh because I'm hoping there's one more issue. I'm hoping it sticks to landing.
Okay. So I got Bolero number 1.
Wow.
Now, the reason why. So yeah, the first 30 some odd pages of this book, I couldn't care less about. It is utter dog shit. It is literally, lesbians, banging each other, and then go to a rock party, find a guy, and then it takes an M. Night Shyamalan twist in the last 10 pages, and it's like, what is going on here? It's so weird and trippy that I almost want to come back to see what happens next. I got to see what happens next, because I don't want to spoil. I can't believe I find myself saying this. I don't want to spoil what happens. It's a weird twist, but ignore pretty much the first 30 pages or so. Unless you like seeing insufferable teens, angsty lesbians get at it with one another, and then go to parties and bang and barf and everything else.
Well, one of them isn't a lesbian, because I got to page
that's right.
2,
Yeah.
and says, I didn't want to dead name you. And I was like, fuck this book.
Yeah.
And I immediately stopped reading it. I'm like, this book can go fuck itself. And it still can, as far as I'm concerned. I'm like, it's like, nah. I don't want any part of this.
But I will say there's an interesting twist to the character at the end. I want to see where this. I want to see where this. I have to see where this train wreck happens next. Where it goes next. But yeah, it's a mess for me. But I understand why. I understand why. Yeah. I got Silver Coin number 8.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I have Cursed Pirate Girl.
That is a meh.
Cave?
That's a meh.
That's
a meh.
It's a meh. I cannot believe that's a meh for you.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
it wasn't quite a skip it, but yeah.
What?
So I think I understood this.
Okay.
Rich guy has the coin. He bought it from a guy who had a consignment, and he mentions to the janitor that this janitor would give. The rich guy tells the janitor he'd give anything if a guy was dead or if he had his head. The janitor kills the guy and takes the coin. Is that the gist of it?
Yeah, it deals with corporate greed.
Okay, it's a meh.
And half and half nuts.
Okay, it's a meh. That's what. There we go. I understood it. It's a meh. All right.
Yeah, how the coin was slowly driving that janitor insane. Yeah, it was awesome. You slowly saw his descent into madness. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a meh. Yeah. This one didn't work for me. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
You explain yourself.
This is just an art gallery. Like, it's an art gallery.
This is not just art. This is damn beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Here, I'll open this up so everyone can see.
Show that beautiful four-page spread. It's like right there toward the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
this guy. I told Sean we need to get this guy. We need to be working with this guy. We need to be in business with this guy. He is written and illustrated by Jeremy Bastian.
Yeah.
This guy is.
It's unbelievable.
Words can't begin to describe this art.
I thought Echolands is great, and it is.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Like the way that Ernie was describing this to me, like saying that this guy takes so long to complete a book, and it's like, well, that's why.
Yeah.
I mean, you take a look at this. I mean, all these pages are just unbelievable.
Well, and one other thing I don't think maybe you didn't pick up on it. You know what series this guy did? He did the covers for?
No.
Judas.
Oh.
He did the covers for Judas. If you've never read Judas, came out from, I believe, Boom.
Yeah, because Boom did this.
Yeah, Boom did. There we go. Boom did this. It's about from 4 years ago at this point.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, almost 4 years ago. Boom did a series called Judas, and he did the variant covers for him, and they were immaculate. Yeah.
Yes, they're gorgeous.
Yes.
His art, unparalleled.
And now the problem is the narrative, because this is issue 4.
Yeah, but it says number 1.
Number 1, but I think it's each issue is like its own different story.
Yeah.
And I had no clue about the first 3 at all.
I didn't either, and I just picked this up on a whim because Ernie's like, take a look at this art, and I'm like, I gotta pick this up. And it's an art. I mean, seriously, you look at it. I mean, I just didn't. It's a meh because I'm like, is there a fucking story here? I have no idea.
There is a story, but it's just like, but unfortunately, it's like I'll bring it up later. But it doesn't work if you haven't read the first 3 or so. Yeah, unfortunately.
And so like I was just staring at the art. I was just flipping page. I'm like, this art. I want every one of these like blown up.
Yeah.
On a wall, like
every damn page. Some of it is just so trippy. Like, with the frogs and armor fighting each other? Yeah. It's like, what the hell?
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it gets it mad just because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So, but taking it for the art.
I got an X-Men Defenders number 5.
It's mad for you.
Yeah.
Eh? Don't have that.
You don't have that?
I have Venom.
The Nom. Is that a mess? No, I think that. Oh, okay. I may have said that for like an honorable mention. But I'll go first with the Defenders number 5. It's all right. I mean, we get the big reveal of who the Masked Raider is in this.
Masturbator.
Yeah, it's. It wasn't. It's like I kind of figured it was him, and dun dun dun. But the series ends. Art is good. Art is really good on the inside. I love how Eternity is drawn. It looks great. But really, the art is the best part of this comic. Narratively, it's I couldn't care less about.
It's just so
it's 60s trippy, like going through the different times, or the universe has been brought back, and they're going back to the 5th time, the 4th time, and
yeah,
it's all right. I mean,
I think I was gonna make it a meh, but it's a skip it just because I'm like I don't care. It's meh. I mean, yeah. So all right, so Venom. I mean, it's not bad.
No.
I mean, and this is a minor key.
It's a key. Where your keys at? It's a key. There you go.
It is a minor key in the fact that...
it's a big key in the fact that Sean may have this character on an upcoming cover.
That's true. But we've already seen that character have a cover appearance.
True, but we don't want to. We're not going to.
Yeah. That and, I guess Dylan gets poked and prodded, and then there's a new Venom symbol also in here. It's okay. I'm just kind of like, okay, what are we doing here? And it's just kind of like this Dylan, his son is just meandering and things are happening around him, but it's like he's not doing anything. It's like, will you make a decision? Will you do something? So it's okay. I'm not gonna stop reading it, but it's just, it's passable. Yeah. No Donny Cates. So my next one I got Blue and Gold number 5. That's a
meth for me. It wasn't it was fun. It's all right. Our 2 favorite knuckleheads trying to offer their services to people who are pretty insane. I had fun with it. It's all right. There's a woman who shows up saying they've claimed Earth from thousands of years in the past and it's theirs now. It's all right. It's not exactly what I was hoping for, but it's all right. It's passable. It's fun. Yeah.
It's for the kids.
Yeah.
This might be shocking. I have Batman the Cadet.
No, it's not shocking. I think I had that in my honorable mentions. Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay, but I'm just like, what are you saying that's different than what has been said?
Well, there's a lot. There's a lot different. And
I mean, you're making him a bully in school. I'm like, okay, he's a school bully. Who psychologically tortures a kid to the point where he has to leave school. Yeah. Like, oh.
I'm gonna make the argument later. I should say it now. It's a good story, but as for a Batman story, no. Yeah. This does not work. No. It's like the Imposter. Batman the Imposter. It's like it's a good story, but not a good Batman story.
Yeah, I felt like I wasn't reading Batman. I just felt like, what is this? Like, I don't know. I was kind of expecting with the hype with this. I'm like, oh, this will be really fun.
And there's a lot of logical fallacies too when you start thinking about things and the timeline, the continuity, especially. Spoiler alert: certain villains who are involved in his past. It's like, wait a minute, this.
Yeah, we get a guy. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I hit I like. Wait a second. No.
Yeah, I'm like, so what are you saying? Okay. It was okay. I was expecting something
better.
Yeah, better. So hence why it's probably a meh, because I had high expectations for it.
Yes. Next up, I've got Detective Comics 1049.
I had that as a meh as well.
I
hate this cover. I hate this cover.
That's
we need another boring female.
It looks like Zendaya.
Yeah, an uninterested female on the cover. That'll sell your book.
And once again, just like the previous issue, this is 1049, right?
Yep.
Just like 1048. Yep. It's walking around, talking, one flashback splash page of action from Ivan Reis.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's what's like, again, the more that gets unraveled,
The less
I
interesting.
care.
Yeah. I mean, the backstory by Matthew Rosenberg involving that kid, that's more interesting than the main story.
But you're turning Scarecrow into the Pied Piper?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, is he hypnotizing these kids? But he doesn't hypnotize kids. He doesn't hypnotize anyone. And I'm like, why are they all just following
They're hypnotized with fear, Kyle.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that backstory, when you see that kid, it's like, what happens to this kid? I'm like, this kid is going to go insane. But then what happens? It's like, okay, I'm becoming less interested. Again, it's like the more that's unraveled, the more I care less and less. And yeah, it's like there's a secret drug ring going on. Of course, as if anybody was shocked by that. No, they're up to nefarious things. It's like, yeah, no kidding. I think anybody would see that a mile away.
You don't say.
Everyone's docile as Hindu cows, and everyone's happy, and no one's like, wait, I think something nefarious is going on here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And Chase Meridian is kind of stupid that she just thinks things are fine on the level.
Apparently, everyone does.
Next up, I got Space Cadet. So now skip it, you know?
I have the Sex Lives of Wolverine.
That was a mess for you. Wow.
Yeah. Could have been a skip it.
That was like my pick of the week. Holy crap. So I got Space Cadet #1. This is for kids, you know? It is their it is Boom. I think it's Boom. Scout Comics. It's their kid line. Yes. And effectively, I mean, it's just about being a kid who wants to be an astronaut, and it's about him just following his dreams. The astronaut's telling him what you got to do to be an astronaut. You know, go work hard. You got to be good at math, physically fit, all these things to be an astronaut. And yeah, it's good. It's all right. It's fine. It's something it's appropriate to show your kid. It's good. It works for me. So there we go.
Okay. Sex Lives of Wolverine #1. A wonderful cover. With a great Peach Momoko. Fabulous.
If that's a word for it.
Wolverine's a little bitch. Like he's just I just don't. Like he goes back in time to save Charles Xavier. Every time.
So I was reading this, and spoiler alert, it's my skip-its. I was reading this, and I'm thinking to myself, this is a lot like the movie Days of Future Past with Wolverine, when he's laid down.
It's literally that, yeah.
It is.
Scene.
He literally lifted the plot from Days of Future Past and put it in this.
Yeah. And I'm like, but nobody can die. They can just bring him back, right?
Yeah.
So who gives a shit? Like, oh, a villain and a X-Men villain is going to go back in time somehow,
Terminator style,
yeah, to kill him before he's born or right as he's born. Like,
we get our Sarah Connor moment.
Literally,
yes. That is reason #1 why it is in my skip-its of the week. I showed that to Mom. I showed that to our mom, and she got a good laugh out of it.
I mean, you just give birth.
Yeah.
One of the twins you give birth to is dead.
Yeah.
And you just give birth, still attached by the umbilical cord still at that point. Yeah. And you shoot somebody with a shotgun.
You're standing on your feet.
Yeah.
Holding the baby and your shotgun after just giving birth to twins.
Literally like 30 seconds.
So naturally, a mother who had given birth to 4 boys, she would get a good laugh out of that, saying, this is full of shit. This is not, that is complete. It's like, Mom was like, you know, I can buy a guy having laser beams and claws, but a woman giving birth to twins and being on her feet, holding a baby and a shotgun, no.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds fair.
It's like some of the fight scenes are, but like no one's like, wait, who are you and why do you have claws and why are you busting up my house? Like, and who is this tentacle guy?
No questions at all.
Like, nobody once stops and is like, what the
You sure this is a map?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Peach and Malco cover.
Motherfucker.
It's a good cover. But yeah, Wolverine is. I expected Wolverine to be more of a badass. I don't know why I thought that. Stupid.
Yeah.
But
Not
at least
Wolverine.
it was
Can't do
Logan.
My last, I got Suicide Squad, King Shark number
Is
5.
that meh for you?
Yeah.
I have Silver Surfer Rebirth.
That was a meh?
Yeah.
That was a meh?
Mhm.
What the hell, man?
Explain yourself with King Stang.
Hey, it was right. Art is good. It was okay. The final page was legit. I loved it. What the hell's going on?
That's what I was asking the whole time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this story sucks. Where's King Shark at?
I mean, the final page is worth it. That's all I gotta say. That's why it's a meh. Everything leading up to it, it's something else.
Yeah, cover's great.
Ron Lynn.
It's exciting 90s without the exciting 90s. Like, it's trying to be
It
exciting,
is.
but like it ends, it's like,
There's great action scenes in here.
of course, what action scene?
They're trying to save the damn spaceship from the black hole.
That is not an action scene.
Yes,
That
it
is the
is.
slowest action scene. Like, that is the slowest, lazy action scene. There's no action. It's 60s Star Trek camp action. And you tried to save the penis ship from going into the black hole, and I'm like, okay. And then Silver Surfer shows up, sure. And then out of nowhere, reality gets skewed.
Yeah.
Because of obvious reasons why. And I'm like, well, what is okay? Of course, the villain shows up at the end that they can't just get away from. It has to be in every book.
Hey, it's very fitting he's in this book because he was in that title.
He was.
Many issues.
So it's okay. I kind of expected more 90s fun. That's all. With a cover like that, I want fun.
Okay, we're on to the Skippets now. Here we go. We both had equally big stacks.
Oh.
Skippets. So naturally, if we have the same ones, we'll talk about them at the same time to save time. And first up, for me, I've got Nubia and the Amazons number 4.
What? Yeah, I do too.
Woo.
I got this piece of shit in here somewhere.
Yeah, we read over 30 plus books this week, so yeah, it's got a lot of notes.
40 if you include last week.
Yeah,
DC.
Yeah, it's amazing how even with 2 fight scenes in this, the worst writer in the industry, Vita Ayala, had managed to make them incredibly boring, as well as bogged down with too much dialogue.
Yep.
Yeah, the amount of nonsensical dialogue in the first place is shocking. I couldn't believe it. This whole comic, the dialogue, it's pointless. I don't even know what the series is about anymore.
Yeah, this is absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
So we have the quote-unquote hero of the story save a woman in a museum, call her beautiful, says, thanks, beautiful. Theoretically, why are you hitting on me, and why are you...
why? Yeah.
Because later on, we have a Sonny Bono-looking character try to go after said female who is just saved, and says, I'll be with you in a minute, honey. And she's like, don't call me honey. It's like, wait, you just called her beautiful, but that's okay.
Yes, Kyle. Because men cannot do that. Men can't do that.
But yet a black woman can hit on another black woman.
Yes, lesbians can. Men can't. Remember that.
That's okay.
Yes.
And then hits on her, and that's fine. That's not be like, why are you doing this, and why do you assume I'm a lesbian? But
because all women are.
Apparently,
according to Vita Ayala, all women are.
Brave.
All women are, according to Vita Ayala.
Yeah, and not to mention, Nubia goes into a museum and completely destroys it.
Yep. Don't worry. Don't thank me. Yeah. Don't thank me, guys.
It's like,
yes.
These are priceless pieces in here that you just destroyed.
That's all right. Thank you. Yes.
Are you gonna pay for this? Come back. Who are you? So yeah, this is just absolute trash.
Yes, it is.
I don't get it.
It was kept over Wonder Girl. Go figure. Joelle Jones, an actually legitimately talented artist.
Yeah.
Kept over her.
And a fun story.
Yeah.
But nope, we got Stunning and Brave, so thank God. Yeah, terrible.
Next skip it I've got is Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 7.
Gotta fight climate change.
Legitimately, they are fighting climate change.
Yep.
Yes. By the 6th page, I am laughing out loud. By the 6th page at this ludicrous concept. I mean, not just that, but how in the hell is his boyfriend in his Burger King Kids Club not a terrorist group.
That's what they are.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
they
what
are.
They were.
They are a terrorist group. You know, think of where they're stationed, what they're doing. It's like
The masks.
yeah, it's like how are you guys not terrorists?
I think they are.
Yeah, and you broke into that chemical plant, whatever, in the previous issue. I'm like, these are villainous acts.
Yeah.
It-
Yep. So we have not Superman fighting climate change is bad. It's going to kill us all. We have to awaken a sleeping giant. Get it? Sleeping giant shows up.
And I just love how Jackson Hyde, he's like, I can't talk to sea life, but we tend to get along?
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. Like,
That's a direct quote from this book.
Yeah.
I can't talk to sea life, but we tend to get along. What the
Yep.
fuck does that mean?
And there's another dumbass line. Just because we don't understand it doesn't make it a monster, except when it's a literal fucking monster
off the dock, you're ready to kill people. Yeah.
Like, what? That kid should be like, but it's a monster.
Yeah, the kid's terrified.
Yeah, everyone would be.
And he's lecturing the kid. He's lecturing the kid on the monster.
Like, just because it's big and scary doesn't mean it's a monster. So shut up.
Yeah.
Brat. I'll be right back.
This is, I can't believe this.
But hey, climate change.
Yep. He's putting in everything he read in the news the last 2 years, and congrats. Yeah, he's stunning and brave.
Thank God.
It's not funny, not fun, and not worth the cost. No, it's funny if you want to read a train wreck. Yeah. But don't pay for this. Don't.
Yep, it is not Superman.
Yeah. Once again, guys, we are reading this for you because we don't want you to spend the money on these books.
Please don't.
Do not. Don't.
Throw them away.
Yes. Black Manta number 5.
Woo! That was a good one.
Good is a word for it.
Yeah. Much gooder.
So, I remember I was reading this. I took a step back and when I was reading it, I said to myself, there is a good story in here. There is a story to be told here. It's simple. About revenge on Black Manta. There's a story to be told about that. Revenge of being put on Black Manta.
Yeah.
But it is completely glossed over and convoluted, cocked up with magic, sorcery, and magical swords. Let's go back to one. Let's get back to basics with A Tale of Revenge.
Yeah.
You overcomplicated what could have been an awesome, fun, simple story. You went wrong.
Dead wrong.
Yes.
I jumped off board on this when they use the term systemic oppression. When their main character says, because of systemic oppression, I need to fight it's like, and you've lost all credibility. I'm done. I don't care what else you have to say. I don't know what warped idea you have, but
got a lot.
No thanks. Yeah. No thanks.
Okay. Smell you later.
Yep. Indeed.
Next up on my skip-its, I've got Catwoman.
What?
39.
Me too.
So, an interesting piece of note, the variant covers for this, I guess there's like 1 in 25s or whatever. The variant covers are going for money right now, apparently.
Why?
The covers on themselves. Just for the covers. Yeah. This story was terrible. All the goodwill and character progression and terrific storytelling that Ron V did is completely barfed on with this issue by Teenie Howard. She literally walked in and just barfed on it.
Yeah.
She went to Golden Corral, walked in, and regurgitated on the book. By page 2, I am checked out.
And you have an aside saying gentlemen?
And not just that, like, whoa. It's like, what the hell is going on here? It's just too much is going on by page 2. And not just that, her editor sucks by not condensing down all this useless blabber dialogue.
There's a lot.
There is too much.
A lot of internal monologuing, a lot of talking and not talking, a lot of Catwoman, which would have been sexy on a stripper pole, not.
No, and not just that, but so there's 4 quote-unquote evil crime lords, evil, 3 of which aren't evil at all. The one with the Yakuza, the woman, she is.
Mm-hmm.
Other 3, no, not really.
Yeah, and they each have a MacGuffin. That she takes, of course.
Yes, because she's not evil for wanting to steal it from them. Yeah, she wants it more. It's that rocket thing, What if I want it more?
It's like, damn.
That's still stealing.
Yeah. doesn't matter.
Yeah. I can't. It's bogged down by Vita Ayala level of dialogue. You know, they must have just been sharing notes.
Yeah. Dumb.
Who can one up one another? You know, I bet you I can put in more word balloons than you can this week. Yeah.
It's like, I bet you more people won't read this crap.
Yeah.
I just didn't have fun. Like, she's not sexy.
Fun. There's nothing fun about
not
it. No.
That femme fatale. She's not. She's not really trying to use her sexuality, like, to get information from them. It's not. It's like, it takes place in a not strip club.
Yeah.
And you don't use any of that. It's like, wait. For a while, I'm like, is this where we're supposed to be? Because it doesn't look anything like that.
And
not that I've ever been into one of those.
And even when there's a fight scene, there's never that much talking.
No.
Never.
No.
Even when Falcon says it in Civil War, hey, there's usually not this much talking during a fight. You don't put in that much dialogue during a fucking fight scene.
Don't. You just let them fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a damn shame.
Yeah, I had to stop halfway through.
Yeah.
It was just.
I love Catwoman.
Yeah.
But I just.
Everything, like I said, all the goodwill Ron V built up, it is completely shat on with this issue.
Indeed. It's a shame.
I equate this to being Lesher 2 for 2 hours straight.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Woo!
Stunning and brave.
Yes, Stunning and Brave. Nightwing number 88.
Yeah, I got the two.
Yeah, it's like Tom Taylor hit the daily double this week.
Woo!
Man.
You couldn't destroy Superman. You can't destroy Night. Oh, yeah, you can.
Every character in this comic is an insufferable, ungrateful asshole. Every single character, even the brat. When Richard Grayson he hands the shovel to the for the ceremonial groundbreaking, and what the shit was that? It's like, kid, are you seriously?
You can't dig half a hole, or something
it's like
it's always. It's like, oh, good point.
It's like
what?
What?
Just the plot around trying to assassinate him.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, he's Nightwing. Like, what are we do? Why is he at a groundbreak? Like,
but not just that. Go remember, Nightwing, he needs protection from the Titans. Remember that.
Yeah.
Nightwing cannot defend himself.
He didn't.
Yeah. He's never defended himself ever. Nightwing's never been a vigilante before, apparently.
Yep.
He's never learned hand-to-hand combat. Never noticed when an assassin may be waiting in the wings. Like, because he never would have been trained by Bruce.
No spider sense or any of that. Yeah. Nothing like, hey, you know what? Someone may try to kill me for no fucking reason other than the fact that I'm white. But like,
that's good enough reason now.
But like, and then he has to be carried away like a damsel in distress by the Flash.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Like, God.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What?
This story is terrible.
It's really dumb.
It is character assassination.
But have you get a new costume?
Yeah, it's like,
but
why does it look
just
like the old one? Yeah, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah, but it's got new gadgets and gizmos that we're not going to show.
So I'm Iron Nightwing now.
I guess.
Yeah.
What if they shoot me in the face?
You know, that's not even brought up in this. No. There you go, Tom Taylor, you lazy hack. You could have had a fun line in here about that. Like, what, they shoot me in the face? Nothing.
It's a chance I'll have to take.
Yeah, it's like nothing. Dude, it's like, seriously, you go through all this trouble to show this bullshit same costume that Mr. Terrific comes up with. You don't even include a line like, what if he shoots me in the face? Nothing. That's gold right there.
Like an assassin would probably do.
Yes.
Maybe.
What the
yeah.
Man, it writes itself. Come on.
Stunning and brave.
Yeah, Stunning and Brave. Wonder Woman Evolution.
That's two.
Number 3.
Oh, look, another excited female. Excited to be on a cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wait.
So does Stephanie Phillips forget why we went to war with the Nazis?
I think so.
I'm reading this, I'm like, does she completely forget why we went to war with the Nazis?
Yeah, the whole time I'm reading this, I'm like, something's off here.
Yeah, it's like, and not just that, the art is odd. I mean, I remember in issue 1, Wonder Woman was just drawn ugly, straight up fugly.
Yeah,
Coyote ugly.
Her hair is like braided or something. Like she got like French. I don't know what's going on with that, but it looks like a UFC fighter.
I don't know.
It's like Ronda Rousey in the ring.
Yeah,
in the octagon.
less white trash Ronda Rousey. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole it's like humans are horrible and evil, and all they want to do is kill each other.
Am I right?
Humans are terrible and suck.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like, oh,
And
thanks.
so was the point of all this to see if she couldn't kill? Was that the whole
Yeah,
point?
like taking her through her transgressions and saying how horrible humans are, and then she's forced to fight somebody by not fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, she keeps saying it like, I'm not gonna fight you, I'm not gonna fight you, and then how it's like,
It's just this is the basic. So, animals kill animals, insects kill insects. You know, life kills life. That's the way it works on the planet. Sorry,
yeah,
that's how it works.
survival of the fittest.
Yes.
Yeah. What's so bad about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, I don't get it.
No.
But it's another, wonderful World War I story that we don't have enough of.
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
Has your stack gone down at that? You should look at your stack hasn't gone down at all.
I think I got more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think some slid over.
And next one I got Robin's number 3.
What? I got that.
I remember when the big selling point was when we were gonna find out like who the first Robin was to this, and they're not even in this till like the very last page.
Yep.
I think.
Very, very,
Very
last
last page. It's just them bickering with one another.
Yeah, and being like, don't use what Batman taught you to fight.
But yeah.
Like, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Don't you? So, what are you saying?
Yeah.
How do I fight? Wait.
No, it's just them bickering. It's all the Robins, former Robins, bickering with one another.
Yeah.
That is it.
They'll have to fight using something with holograms and people taking over personas of like the Joker and all these. And it's like Poison Ivy, and we get some other. It's like, but they're not them. But they level up and they get more difficult, and it's like we have to all fight them. But it's like, wait, don't use your tactics that you were trained to use. Use different ones. So, yeah. And then the first Robin shows up
At the very last page, yeah.
Is that a...
Wasn't that the big selling point? You know, save it for the buried in the middle, buried at the very end. The third issue.
Because we see somebody tied up and one shot, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Have Jeff Lemire write a Robin and Batman story. Oh, wait, he does. And it's significantly better than this crap.
Yeah. Speaking of Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman 783.
What? Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, Wonder Woman, I mean, you want to talk about just got the turkey this week,
Yeah, it's a shame.
Holy crap, all these issues are just bad.
Yeah.
So is there any, real quick, I got a side note. Is there anyone besides the editor that's reading Checkmate right now? I'm not. Yeah. So everyone know, like, read Checkmate, like, who the hell is reading Checkmate right now?
Yeah. Like, why?
Yeah, is that even coming out? I don't know. And it's reading it and enjoying it? Yeah,
Yeah. Like, I don't want to read more crap.
Yeah. But one of the biggest sins this comic commits is, so Steve and Wonder Woman, who are lovers,
Yes.
finally come back together.
Yep.
They only hug.
Well, duh. Boundaries. It has permission. Yeah.
I could not believe that. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Like just the whole thing of her teamed up with Dead Man fighting mirror people. Like,
and didn't even get the powers right for Dead Man. That was
I know. I'm like, first off, why is Dead Man here? And secondly, what is he doing? And thirdly, why are they mirror people? Like, so I'm trying to picture, like, is it like a 3-dimensional mirror person?
Yes.
Or are they flat, but they look like
I think
they're a person?
the 3-dimensional people. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then when you smack, it's like, what? It is just so mind-numbingly dumb. I had no fun with this.
No.
I don't.
Even with the Shining Knight involved, it's like, it's a dark version,
know.
twisted version of Shining Knight. It's like, doesn't work. No.
The Shining Knight.
Yeah.
Didn't care for it.
Nope. Skip it.
Indeed. It's a shame. Yep.
Next skip it, I've got Avengers 52.
Avenge Hers.
Oh my god, this one I read this last night. I was angry reading this.
Oh, there it is. I was like, I know this isn't skip it.
So, first thing, fuck Jason Aaron, but so kids out there, if you're not familiar with this, I'm gonna give you a little inside scoop on the military funerals and how they actually work.
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you how they actually work. All right. So, how it will work for me, because I am prior active duty Air Force. So eventually, when I die, sorry, hopefully, maybe it'll be tomorrow. Hopefully, see what happens. But my rank was Staff Sergeant, and when I die, that means the lowest ranking person at my funeral has to be a Staff Sergeant to bury me.
Yep.
And according to Jason Aaron, there is no honor guard. He was just expecting his former 100-year-old comrades from World War II to bury him.
To carry a casket.
Yeah,
Are
Captain
you
America.
kidding me?
It's like, no. The classy thing to do would have been had military service members carrying, and then maybe Cap carrying the back,
Yes.
in the very back. It just,
Yeah.
No, it looks stupid and disrespectful. No, don't do that.
And to have your quote-unquote hero stand there and say, "Can we get the fuck out of here?"
Speaking
I'm like,
out loud.
Fuck that brat.
Yeah,
Like,
out loud during
Yeah.
a funeral.
Fuck that brat.
At the funeral.
yeah. No, I will drop kick you in the fucking face.
Yes.
Like, why the hell Captain
Yes.
America didn't just give her the 1,000-yard stare and
Yes.
come over there and say, "If you ever fucking say anything
Yes.
like that again, I will break you. I will
Yes.
literally kill you
I will
so many
end, I will
times."
end you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything about you,
Yes.
fucking brat. I
Yeah.
just cannot believe that. And then you're supposed to be a hero.
Well, not just that. The Deathlocks show up and they say, "You're the greatest Avenger of the era."
Yes.
Not Captain America.
Nope.
Not Iron Man. Not Thor. Not Miss Marvel. None of them. It is her.
A little kid with fire powers.
Yes.
And it's like,
A brat. Spoiled brat.
and it's like, and some of the villains in this are cool. Like, there are some cool things that
Yes.
happen in this.
The Black Skull shows
Yeah,
up.
Black
and
Skull is awesome.
The,
and
the Ghost
Goblin.
Goblin, the Ghost Rider shows
yeah.
up. Yeah.
I'm like, there are some really cool villains, and the art is actually pretty good.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is fun.
But it's
you
all
completely
Jason Aaron
ruined it.
completely ruined it. Yes.
Yeah. You start off your comic like that,
Yes.
disrespecting the military.
Yes.
I mean, I
It's
have no
a pretty
words.
known fact. It's a pretty.
Yeah, if not, Google it,
Yes.
dickhead. Like,
Yes.
are you serious? Like, I don't get it. Yeah, this, I was like, immediately, I don't care what else you have to say.
No.
You've lost all, it's like, not a hero.
Nope. But she is.
Yeah, of course. She's
Greatest.
stunning and brave.
Of all time.
Yep.
Devil's Reign X-Men #1.
Whoa. Really?
Yes.
Wow. I'm shocked.
I'm
I'm appalled. I got that too.
Okay, good. So the X-Men get to keep the Burger King Kids Club treehouse.
Yeah,
Yay!
because of the UN.
Diplomatic immunity. I mean, we
Literally, yeah, they say that.
see
line.
if Matthias can show that scene later when this goes up.
Diplomatic immunity.
It's just been revoked.
Yes, that is all this issue is.
Basically, yes.
There
Thank
wasn't
God we
even-
have a UN.
There wasn't even a fight or a skirmish with the Thunderbolts.
There was nothing.
Nothing.
Nope.
U.S. agent threw a shield, and that was it.
Yeah.
And boring story, very fitting for Phil Noto's boring art. So, yes.
This was I'm like, so you're saying that the UN is great, even
When it
though,
benefits you.
Yeah, when it benefits you, the UN
Yes.
is great. Even though I don't get me started on the UN, but like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like, and all of it, it's like, get this fucking tree out of here.
Yes, literally get this Burger
Yeah.
King Kids Club treehouse
Yeah,
out of here.
We're not saying you can't exist. We're not saying you can't be people. Just don't have a tree in the middle of New York.
Yes.
That's all. You can't tell us where to put our tree.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. See what the union
No,
feels.
like, there's a problem with the whole Devil's Reign thing.
Yeah.
Like, Wilson Fisk is portrayed and seen and viewed completely different in every single Devil's
Yes.
Reign.
No continuity.
None whatsoever. That's a big problem I have.
Next one I got Eternals #9.
Whoa. Sean is rolling
Yes.
over
Yep.
in
it's
his bed.
Sean's favorite series of the year.
Yeah.
Yep. It is. No, that's not exaggerating. That is Sean's series of the year. So
Yep, there it is.
So Thanos attacks,
Thanos attacks.
kills
Yep.
a bunch of people, and stops after for reasons.
So we can comment on art.
Art.
I'm
yeah.
an art critic now. Let's spend 9 pages talking about what art is and who can critique art.
Yeah.
But what the like? What?
Well, I will here because Asad Ribic only drew half the comic,
God,
and it just stopped.
You turn a page and it's like,
whoa! It's not even. They didn't even try
Yeah.
to find the same artist. It's like, what the hell happened?
I'm
here?
like, is this a backup story I'm reading? Like, did it just end randomly? I'm like, oh no.
No, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art just takes not that it was. It's good, but not
And
that.
they want to figure out how and why deviants are made. You know, after all these issues, just not in the middle. Yeah.
Yep. Let's talk about love.
Yeah.
Love can save all. Love will cure all.
This issue should have been Thanos versus Icarus. That should have been this whole issue.
Yeah, Nick
those two.
isn't even in it.
No,
He leaves, doesn't he?
I think so.
Does
yeah.
he leave in the beginning?
Very beginning. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's what I'm paying to see. Nothing.
Yeah, a fight.
Yeah.
Not talking about art
Yeah.
and love. And love conquers all.
I don't want to spend any more time
I
thinking about
I
this.
don't like Eternals.
No, Sean's gonna.
I know.
Yep. Yep.
We're fired. This will be our last
Yep.
video, but it's okay.
I got Lives of Wolverine.
Text Lives of Wolverine? Okay.
Yeah. Number 1.
Okay. We already talked about
Bolero.
Bolero.
So it was laughably bad. This comic is just laughably bad. From like we said, the woman lifting. Lifting the story from Days of Future Past, putting it into this comic, to the woman who just gave birth to twins, winds up on her feet carrying a shotgun and her baby in another hand seconds after.
And using said shotgun.
And using said yeah, double barrel shotgun. It's like
I've shot. I
Yes.
own several shotguns. I shoot them all the time. Like they kick in a double barrel. Then
yeah.
that'll hurt.
It's just laughably and implausibly bad. I mean, like I said, a guy shooting laser beams out of his eyes, claws coming out of his hands, are more theoretically possible than a woman standing up, shooting a double barrel shotgun and carrying a baby just after giving birth to twins.
Yeah, and she shoots Wolverine.
Yeah. Fuck her. No.
It's like I'm trying to save you. Lady.
Yes. Screw this.
I'm trying to save the baby, but hey, you know what? Peach Mocha. Peach Mocha. Great cover. Yeah, this I got two pages. I literally when it said don't dead name me or whatever your fucking dead name is, I don't give a shit. Like, okay, I no thanks. So sorry, couldn't get through it. Shame on me.
All right, so I got 2 left.
I have several more.
My God, man. So clearly our top 10s will be very interesting this week.
I hope not.
Should I save? You know what? We'll save that one for. I'll save
All right,
that one for last.
I got this too.
We'll save this. We'll save that for last.
Okay.
To end the cap.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this. The
Black Cadet.
Yeah, Black Cadet. Yes, the Black Knight.
Yeah.
X-Men, Death Doctor Strange, the Black Knight.
Tie-in.
This.
It's X-Men and the Black Knight.
Yes,
Or X-Men Black Knight or whatever the fuck.
So I've made it known that Dane Whitman, the Black Knight, is one of my favorite characters, and I will call it out when it's a bullshit take on him. Like Cy Spurrier, his take on him, I called it out, absolute bullshit. I've been a fan of his since the 1990s when I was a kid, when he was the leader of the Avengers, squaring off against Proctor and the Gatherers.
Okay.
Gatherers Saga. Great story. Love it. He looked like such a badass. He was leader. I mean, he kicked ass. He was amazing. He was a leader.
Look at that.
Dane Whitman was the leader of the Avengers, like I said. Brilliant, strong, battle-tested, confident. But now, he's weak, ill-willed, unconfident, and needs teenage girls to save him, and is a complete idiot.
Yeah, he's cucked big time in this.
This is complete character assassination. Complete character assassination. Fuck you, Cy Spurrier. I'm sorry. It's just no other way to put it.
He's sitting in a chair the whole comic being lectured to by his daughter about how he needs to quit nagging her when she has no fucking clue what she's doing. She's never been the Black Knight, never touched like the Ebony Blade, like any of that. Like, this is her first time doing this, theoretically, and he's giving her advice and saying, hey, you should probably do this, and you should, learn from me because I fucking know what I'm doing. And her being like, can you stop nagging me in my ear because it's really loud and obnoxious? Like, I'm just gonna do what I want. And she's she's so impulsively dumb. Like, Everyone's like,
And-
hey,
and
we
it-
should regroup and think of something. Fuck this, I'm going in.
And you know, that's when he just needs to get his balls back and go like, just get rid of all that garb, put her in a closet. Hey, you know what? You're staying in there for a day. How about that?
Yeah, or take everything from her and say,
Yeah.
go ahead. Okay, fine. You don't want to listen to me? Okay, good luck. Bye. But of course, bad dad.
Yeah.
It was like, where's the Black Knight?
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Yes.
I'm like, I'm waiting to see the Black Knight
Yeah.
still.
We just showed you images of what
Yeah.
Dane Whitman looks like as a Black Knight. Just a complete.
Look at that.
Look at that. That is the Black Knight.
Yeah.
Love it. I miss that. Like I said, leader of the Avengers.
To this, sitting in a chair.
Yeah, being lectured to by a teenage girl.
Yeah. Who's his daughter? Like,
Yeah.
huh? And,
Oh, and this.
and I don't even care about the Black Knight.
I think they mentioned Doctor Strange in passing once.
They're literally like the second page.
That's it.
Doctor Strange is dead. Oh well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And I don't even really care about the Black Knight. I'm not a big fan, but it's like, I know when it's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go home and read the Avengers: The Gatherers saga omnibus. It's great Steve Epting art, great story. I think Tom Palmer was involved too with the art of Steve Epting. But regardless, great Black Knight stories from that era.
Okay, so we're saving this one for last.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and get through.
Yep.
My
Go for
giant,
it. Finish up.
I have the Aerosmith Behind Enemy Lines.
That was
number
a skip
one.
it?
Yeah. Yeah. This is stupid. Again, another dumb World War I story with tiny baby dragons and glowing feet. I'm like, is this supposed to be like is this? So what do you? It's like, is this World War One? Like, because it starts out kind of dark and grim. This guy, is getting ready, he's shaving, he's putting on his garb, and he's meeting all the troops, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then all of a sudden you turn the page, and then these little fucking dragons show up, and I'm like, and then you got glowing boots, and I'm like, okay. And then you're flying around, and I'm like, are you taking the piss out of World War One? Like, are you? I don't really like it. So, it was too much for me.
Okay.
Didn't get it.
Okay.
I have out.
That was a skip it?
Get out. Yeah. My big gripe with this is we don't get enough of the creature. We get the creature in this.
Finally, I mean,
Finally.
4 issues in.
Finally.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it's a vampire. Shocking. But it's like, I want more. It's like one of the characters goes down into the dark abyss hole and talks to the vampire.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to rationalize with the vampire. But I'm just like, I wanted it, I guess, more. It needs to be grittier, dirtier, creepier. Like, it's just missing that. It spends too much time on the group of people in the camp, not so much this vampire creature. And I just feel like we need more of the gritty, dirty, creepy aspects of it. I'm just like, there's just not enough of it. So in 4 issues in, I'm like, this is a slow burn. We'll get to something later in my list that actually does it correctly. Space Cadet.
That was okay. Now
It's stupid.
it's for kids. It's for kids.
But
I'll defend it. I'm going to defend it. It's for kids.
But
it's their kid line.
also, there is a lot more involved than just a few things you have to do to become a fucking astronaut. It's like, do well in school, eat your vegetables. It's like, yeah, no shit. But it's like, okay, if that were the case, then we'd have a lot more astronauts than we do. It's like they are such a select few of the top 1%. It's like,
that is until you complain that there's too many white people as astronauts. #astronauts are so white. Then
that's true.
Yeah.
Then we'll let anybody become an astronaut
Yep.
as long as they're not white. But yeah, it's like, okay, there's more involved than just being really good at math and science. Like, there is so much more involved in becoming an astronaut. But I get the point. It's like, yes, we want kids to dream and want it, and that's fine. But also the art is just awful. But it was like, okay, that's a fine school special. Next, I got King Shark. That's called King Shark. This was just absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
Couldn't follow it. It was so wacky. And King Shark isn't even in half of this book.
No.
Like it's just like, and I'm sitting there reading it. I'm like, where the hell did King Shark go? He's not here. And then he randomly shows back up. I'm like, what are we? It's like, come on now. You're going to call it King Shark. Have King Shark in your damn book. So I couldn't get behind it. And it's just a little too wacky.
Whack, whack,
Granted,
whack,
it is
whack, 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 wackadoo.
It is a King Shark.
Terry
It
Lewis
is
reference.
a talking shark. All right, I have blue and gold. Again, something that's completely wacko. I wasn't a fan. It's too. There's like kid level, and then there's like beyond kid level, and I'm just like it's like, what are we saying here about this? About indigenous people and their lands? But like I just, there wasn't enough Booster Gold and Blue Beetle in this. Like,
they're in most of the book. What are you talking
no,
about?
there's really not enough of them. Personally, you have the assistant standing around talking to people, saying, "All right, who's more important? Who has like what's your problem that we can solve?" It's like Then you have that female from the random planet showing up, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know what's going on here. This is weird. Like, is there a random flashback in this too in the beginning?
Yeah,
Starts with a fight, then you get a flashback, but it doesn't tell you it's a flashback. So, yeah, it's not for me. I have the Amazing Spiderman.
What? That's a...
Yes. You're gonna tell me you like this?
Yeah.
You liked it. What did
did.
you like about it?
I liked how we're getting more into the psyche of Ben. We're learning that his mind's being messed with, and not just him, maybe his girlfriend. And I'll explain later. It's in my good stack this week.
Wow.
It's good.
But it's like, oh no, Beyond's evil, and they're
Yes.
taking memories away. But then it goes too far. It's just like, I don't care. You already lost me after the last issue. I'm just reading this for fun now. So, at least get back to the talking fish.
I'd say go back to the sandwich room. You know, I want to see them master the strawberry rye with mustard.
Yep, Ben Riley.
What? Are you kidding me?
You didn't like
Yes, I
this.
did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, it's right
No,
there.
You didn't. You're doing that on purpose. They
So
make
bear in
Ben
mind, Kyle was too young to enjoy this, as well. He was too young to enjoy the Silver Surfer. So yeah, bear that in mind.
So Ben Riley's a therapist in this.
No, he's not.
He's a therapist.
No, he's not. No, he is not.
Yeah, he is. I didn't like the art either. I thought the art was a little too
Comic bookish.
No. Like, it's just how they drew J. Jonah Jameson. I wasn't a fan of it. Wasn't a fan. I didn't care for it. And seeing him as a therapist try to talk a villain down, I'm just like, didn't Spider-Man punch stuff? Doesn't he, use his webs and swing around, not be like, hey, it's okay. We can talk about this. You're better than that. Can't we talk about it? I got my problems too. And you have your problems. And we both have our problems. We can be better people. Thank you. Problem solved. Yeah, wasn't a fan.
I really got to see what you
Wow.
have next.
Defenders.
Okay.
Again, I just picked this up and thumbed through it. It's, again, I was lost after like issue 2. I was like, this is already zany for me. It's not for me. I don't really care for it. The art's great, but the story's just too wacky. It's just bad Neil Gaiman, and I just think it's too wacky. Didn't like it.
Whack 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 wackadoo.
Yep. All right, last one before we get to the best.
Yep.
Kiss. Number 4.
Oh, I didn't read it. Oh, that was you.
I mean, I've never read one. This is Kiss issue 4. Stuart Sager cover is great, obviously, but
Best part of the comic.
yeah, it
Phantom Obsession number 4.
yes, it's fucking Kiss walking around fighting like samurai,
Cool.
but it's not.
Oh.
The art is incredibly stilted on the inside. Like, you get really lazy fight. Like, nobody doing it. You see the before the fight or the after something happens. Like somebody goes to move to somebody to fight them and then they fall on the ground already. It's like, oh, it's dumb. And the dialogue is just cheesy as all hell, but I didn't expect much out of it and I didn't get much out of it. So that's a skip it.
Okay, so we're on to the truly greatest, shiniest, whitest piece of dog turd of the week. The sensational She-Hulk.
Sensational She-Hulk.
Sensational She-Hulk #1. I was absolutely floored.
By how good it was.
I was even more floored when Sean said, I loved it.
I can't.
So yes, bear that in mind. Sean said he loved this.
So this will be in Sean's top 10.
Yep.
And that's fine, you guys out there.
However, I think Kyle would agree with me. We thought this was terrible.
Awful.
I thought this was Marvel 2017 all over again. This was a huge step back. But I will give it one positive. We are back to traditional looking She-Hulk now.
We are.
It's not the She-Hulk in transition. It's actual She-Hulk.
With curves.
Yes. But things happen in this just for reasons. Like there's a fight for no reason at all.
In the middle of the street.
The woman just shows up and says, I'm going to fight you now. It's like,
yeah.
It's like reading that Thing comic last week. Like,
yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like it just happened.
Yeah,
like,
even the fight scenes sucked.
It was dumb.
Yeah. And it's like the writer has no idea about the existing Marvel Universe and or what these characters have done at all.
Yep.
A case in point, She-Hulk says they don't have clothes my size. No one has ever made clothes my size.
Yep.
Fucking Reed Richards made unstable molecules, and they've been a thing for literally 50 plus years. The X-Men use them for their costumes. Fantastic Four use them for their costumes. She's used them in the Fantastic Four run when she was on the Fantastic Four. This does exist. This writer's an idiot.
But hey, she's poor.
It's another point. It's like she has been a successful lawyer for years.
Long time.
And you read the main Fantastic Four series.
She's a lawyer.
She is a lawyer.
Lawyer.
Looking pretty damn successful.
On retainer.
She's making some serious money. So
I would think.
When the hell does this take place?
Exactly. And why?
Why is this taking place?
Why do you have to make her down? Like, why do you have to make her like she's 15 years old and it's like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a stupid. Hopefully I can make partner someday, but until then, I'm stuck working in somebody's closet.
She had a successful law firm. She was a successful lawyer. None of it makes sense.
It's like, there's no way she wouldn't have. It's like there's no way the Avengers, the X-Men, anybody, the Fantastic Four would let her just like
live in squalor.
Yeah, no, it's like no, trust me.
But
like,
it's okay. The very very handsome Janet Van Dyne shows up.
She's very handsome.
The art in this is terrible. And Janet Van Dyne, she's very very handsome. It just gives her.
Stay in this pad that I don't use.
And got closet full of clothes.
Yeah, my God.
Yeah, my God.
Bubble bath.
This is legit in the comic. And we're not exaggerating.
No.
This is in the comic. Everything we just said.
This is what happens.
Even the double bath, the clothes, it's all in there.
Yep. Yeah, for reasons.
Honestly, don't read it. You're just going to wind up dumber after reading it. Just get it for the covers. All right, get it for the Adam Hughes cover, the Art Germ, and whoever else did the other 40 some odd covers.
Yeah.
All right, just don't read it, please. Don't.
It's really bad.
Yeah, we're saving you time.
Very
money.
dumb.
Yeah.
Very, very dumb.
So that's it for the week, guys. What do you think? Do you agree? Am I 100% correct? Is Kyle 0.00001% correct? Let us know in the comments, guys. We like reading them. And please remember to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. It's down there somewhere, usually. And we'll see you guys again very shortly here with the top 10 of the week.